lot of shots, gave up 3 in the second period, scored 1 of your own, but then the third scored 3 of your own. What was the major difference between the 2 periods?
Well, I like the fact that we had some adversity throughout the game. I thought Upi had to be really good consistently when there was a quick lapse. They executed well on some. When we gave up time and space, they executed, and that was. It's going to happen through the course of a game, but I thought Upi was really good even after the third one in, which is not an easy situation for him. Now it's tied 3-3, and there's mounting pressure on the goalie. But I give our guys lots of credit. I felt we were fresh, although maybe our timing wasn't quite there specifically early. We had way more energy. We spoke pregame about the need to take yesterday off and that our team can execute much better when we're fresh. I thought we were able to execute and finish. When we're tired, you see us miss nets and not convert around the net. And so I thought that was really good for us tonight. Could we have been a little sharper and smarter at times? Absolutely. But obviously glad our guys looked rested. And again, another day, two nights back-to-back games of 18,000 plus in the building, and I thought that was a factor. Nice to see that, feel that energy as well.
What has allowed, in your opinion, Dylan to take that next step offensively and really be the play driver that he's been for you guys?
I think it's just natural growth combined with competitiveness and talent. When you look at his age, he's extremely young. He was obviously even younger last year, so beyond extremely young last year. And when you compete and work and have the talent and skill that he has, you just keep getting better. And I've said it lots of times, that off season, guys can step back and reflect on the year and breathe. And so there's usually massive growth for younger players just from the last game of the regular season or last game of the season to the first game next year. And we've tried to accelerate that dynamic, even keeping young guys out of the lineup for a couple games at a time this year. And that said, you can see Peyton Krebs. He's done that. We've used that as part of his development. Just step back, get a bigger picture, breathe a little bit, and you can see he's added to his game, shooting the puck and shooting with conviction. And a big night for him. So, I'll lump him in with Cuzzy, and it's just a natural pattern of growth for young players.
Dylan steps off the ice on Thursday night, hands his stick and the puck to Ryan Miller's son. What does that say about him as a person? And you've gotten to know Dylan quite a bit over the years since he got first arrived.
Yeah, we're very lucky as an organization to have lots of players that think of others, and I think that starts with Zemgus, Kyle, and Dolls as captains. I mean, they are very, very thoughtful of other people, and I think it filters down. And I think we've got the right people, our scouts, from our scouts to Kevin. When we make decisions, it's the big part of our decisions as we think of our community and we think of our, what we want to be and what we want to project. So when you tell me a story like that, I didn't realize that Dylan did that, but very nice to hear.
Maturity and evolution of your team, do you think, signified by the third period? Like you said, the pressure's building, it's 3-3, and you got a full house, you're at home, you got to go grab the game, and your team just went out and did it.
Yes, and again, I think two components are we're hopefully learning from our own disappointments at home, not living up to our own personal standards at home in certain games and incidents. We spoke of that prior to the game. We spoke of that. Our objective today was to take yesterday, based on the intensity of the schedule and reflecting on it. We hadn't been fresh in games, and so we were going to take that opportunity to rest yesterday, knowing that this is going to, there's going to be pressure today to perform. We've not lived up to our personal expectations in a couple games prior to this in the last 2 weeks, and so it was a big for our guys to push through that.
You talked about Victor pregame, scores 2 more. Even beyond the goals, is this the most comfortable he's looked 5-on-5 since he's been around?
It is. He's again growing. So pregame we talked about Olofsson and Middlestead playing better and better, and they've worked for it, and it's no different than anybody else. I don't want to separate those guys as far as work ethic because everybody's got to work to get better. And Vic is there's been some chemistry developed with Jost, Middlestead, and Vic, but tonight it was beyond chemistry. He just he was very impressive in a couple instances with the goals and stringing together. All those guys are stringing together lots of games consecutive, being very consistent. And I told the team afterwards, we had three guys tonight. For me, when I reflect on that game, Upi would be the fourth. That I guess we can add him. That all fit. That had big games. The four players have faced a lot of adversity this year, a lot of challenge this year. Some have been in and out of the lineup. Some have been called out. Not even by me, but publicly, and it's been hard on them. And Victor's one of them, and he just did the right things through that and helped us win a game in a big way. Upi did that. Krebs did that. He was out of the lineup a week ago for 2 games. And then Lyubushkin had 3 assists, I think, tonight. So that's something that our team takes a lot of pride in. Those guys knowing their teammates fought through adversity, and tonight was a big night for those guys.
Don, after being out a few games, what does it say about Krebs the way that he was able to perform today? 2 goals and then a little scrap in there too.
Yeah, the scrap was he loves that probably more than I, but he has a way of making sure he does it right in front of his teammates. So the 2 fights he has are right in front of the bench, so he can turn around and tell the bench, "Let's go now." So definite leadership components there to get his team going, and love his fire, love his energy. The nice thing is, he's not coming in the lineup and trying to prove something to us as coaches or to Kevin as a general manager. He knows we believe in him, and he's just coming in and he's taken the opportunity to sit out a couple when he sat out a couple games to add something to his game and to find ways to add things to a game. And I don't think any of us have seen him rip a puck the way he scored that second goal tonight. And you don't shoot that if you don't believe you can score from there. And I don't know if that was the case earlier in the year, even 3 weeks ago, that he would have taken a shot from that area because you don't think he can score from that area. So that's a big, big change. And again, that's just another piece he's adding to his game. And if we can get a guy like that believing he can score, his passing is going to be even more dangerous because you'll have to respect that shot. And that's a big addition to his skill set.
You mentioned Lyubushkin, and I was been thinking this for a while now. I know when he came back in line, it was Blaine Tollins. He's had 2 injuries, but I watched him when he got that puck at the blue line. He was skating well coming up to produce that 2-on-1. Was he playing injured, and is he starting to feel better now?
I'm glad you mentioned that, Paul. I think that's valuable insight, and I would say yes. There's not many guys that aren't playing injured and sore and tired, but Bush came back early from injuries. I know, the injuries I kept saying day to day, pain tolerance, and I can tell you, these guys don't come back when they're 100%. They come back when they're about 70, and it's lots and lots of times. And so for him, he has been hindered at that. We've watched his practice load, his workload even, and yes, he is feeling better every day.
For Peyton, does he get an extra attaboy for starting a fight when there's a 2-on-1?
Yeah, that was tactically genius on his part to do that. So his teammates noticed that as well, but to get a whistle blown and we had a 2-on-1 against was worth the fight itself, I guess. So, thanks, everyone.